Hello and welcome. Today's video is why reading books will change your life. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We live in a world of constant distractions. Most people spend too much time doom scrolling or binging TV shows, especially Gen Z, like me. I could almost guarantee that if you put the average Gen Z person in a room with nothing but their thoughts, they would go insane after 5 minutes. It's much easier to pick up your phone and be entertained than actually do something productive. Why most people don't read. As a Gen Zer, I can tell you that most people I've met do not read. And they look at me like I'm a crazy person because I read so much. But I believe that school has ruined reading for a lot of people, because we were forced to read books that we were not interested in. And therefore, we associate books with this negativity and boredom. And also another reason is we got graded on these readings and comprehension. And when we got graded poorly, we associated a low sense of self-worth to books, because some of us, myself included, did not score well on some of these book reports and tests. So most people don't even have the patience to sit down and enjoy a few pages of value. They can't even sit still. And a lot of people have a negative connotation to books because of school. So those are some reasons why a lot of people do not read. But in this world, knowledge is power. You never stop learning. Life is just a journey of self-education. And books can teach you lessons you otherwise wouldn't have known and can apply them to day-to-day life. You can learn from some of the most successful and powerful people of human history for $10 to $30. Bundles of paper that include lessons and failures and successes and perspectives and outlooks from some of the most intelligent, powerful, and successful people in human history. You can learn about their lives, their thought process, what they did wrong, what they did right, for $10 to $30. That, in and of itself, is mind-boggling to me. So let's talk about some benefits of reading. Okay? Improved memory retention, reduced risk of cognitive decline at an old age, reduced stress and anxiety, expansion of vocabulary, language, and knowledge, improved comprehension and understanding, better sleep and better quality of sleep, improved social connection, and improved empathetic and perspective understanding. Those are just to name very common ones, but there are even more. Let's talk about nonfiction reading, because there are two types of reading, two types of books. There's nonfiction and fiction. First, we're going to go over nonfiction. These are books where you can learn lessons, successes, failures, and knowledge from people and figures who are where you want to be in life. Common categories include self-help, productivity, finance, business, psychology, philosophy, etc. These are some recommendations, and these are very popular books, and I'm sure you've heard of them. And if you haven't read them, you need to go read them, all right? So you got Atomic Habits by James Clear, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, The Way of the Superior Man, David Deida, The Success Principle, Jack Canfield, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, and Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. So these are just some of the ones I thought off the top of my head that I've read that have actually helped me in some way, shape, or form. So I'd highly suggest that you take some time and read these. Let's also talk about fiction reading, because that's also a very valuable type of reading. Fiction books tell stories, but these stories have themes and lessons that can be very valuable. And these tend to be a lot more digestible to people that are more creative or don't want to go into the more mainstream, just straight up nonfiction type of reading. So some recommendations are The Road by Cormac McCarthy. We got any of the James Bond novels, any of them, Ian Fleming. Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Treasure Island, Robert Louis Stevenson. Classics and hits like The Great Gatsby, 1984, The Odyssey, Brave New World. And some of these you actually may have read as a student in middle or high school, but they hit very differently as an adult. You understand them in a completely different way when you reread them when you're older. Another thing I want to go over is scheduling your reading sessions, because reading is a high ROI investment, but it means nothing if you cannot stick to it. If you're a new reader or just getting back into it, schedule dedicated times throughout the week to incorporate reading, because it can be as little as 1 page a day, 10 minutes a day. You want to start small and progressively overload. your reading time, just like you would in the gym. So you want to increase the pages that you read or time reading week by week, month by month. And personally, I like to read one chapter of nonfiction in the morning and one chapter of fiction before I go to sleep. Some days I do more, but do whatever works best for you, all right? You will see benefits over time. It may not be immediate, but you will see some of the benefits mentioned earlier. Creative ideas will come to you with more ease. You will feel calmer and less stressed after reading. You will be able to plan and execute more efficiently. And best of all, you'll be able to use your newfound knowledge in practical day-to-day life. I know this because I've experienced it, and you will too. Books have changed my life, and they will change yours too, if you actually put in the time and effort required. All right? That's going to do it for this video. It's a quick one, but I just wanted to get this out there and kind of show you that reading is phenomenal and it can really help you in so many aspects of life. So thank you for watching, and go read one page as an actionable step. In my videos, I like to give people steps, easy, just quick wins. So go read a page of a book. It could be one of the ones I've mentioned. It can be a book that you already have. It doesn't matter. Just go and read one page. All right? Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.